And as I just wanted to start the broadcast, tonight's episode is sponsored by Jergens Lotion.
Which I'm going to dump on your head if you don't. There's no sponsor. Hi, everybody. I'm back. Did you miss me?
Shayla Black is back.
I am.
Allegedly.
I'm sitting right here. So,
Okay.
yes, I'm back. Oh, hey, you guys.
Were you that naked woman in the bed with me last night?
No. Yes, I was,
Oh,
actually.
thank God.
Yeah, thank God for you.
Otherwise, there's expectations of performance. And I'm not sure I can. It's been a while.
Hi, Tracy and Allison and Nicole. Hi, Louise. There's Nikki Ann. Hi, Tabitha. Hey, Fong. And there's Viti. Thank you. Aloha back.
Aloha.
Nicole.
Hey.
Hi, Dana. Hey, Susan and Kathy. There's Ames. How you doing, hun?
Wicked Wine Wednesday, Shayla
Yes,
Black.
yes. And there's a Facebook user. If that's you, Kelly, just holler at me. Hi, Laura. It is good to be back. Hi, Gina. I missed you too, Eve. And I'm going to talk about you in a hot minute.
Eve, hopefully check your PMs.
Yeah, people check your PMs.
I hope it came through.
Hi, Evita.
Oh, it did. Oh, cool.
There's Jazzy. How you doing? It's been a hot minute. Hi, Renee and Robin. Oh, I'm glad you like the newsletter. Thank you, Susan.
The VIP.
The VIP newsletter.
Shayla Black newsletter, yes.
And I'm wearing my Spirit of Aloha flower.
The flower stayed pristine the entire time. And I have a feeling it will stay pristine
forever.
Past my death.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes. Hi, Jana. Hi, Janine. Thank you. We did have a good time. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Hi, Ruth. Plumeria in my hair. Yes. Thank you. It's nice.
See, you know what? It's so nice to have you back. Is you can manage all the comments.
I was like, I don't know how you do this.
Guys, thank God for you last week, but I was struggling to keep up with all the comments and to keep a rolling commentary at the same time.
That's funny. Hi, Lori. Hey, Sharon. There's Wendy. How are you guys? You guys, it's so nice to see you. Like, it was a long 2 weeks without you. It was really, really weird. Like, really weird. I don't even know. Weird. So, and I see a few Facebook users. So if I don't call you out by name, then it's because I can't see your name. But hi. Did I get? Yes. Well, I brought that shirt home for him. I wish you could show them the back.
Aloha, hey, aloha, hey. Oh, can you get the? You want to get the back?
Yeah, if you can. It's pretty cool. I picked it out because it's very sedate. He didn't like anything. Yeah, you can. He didn't like anything super like loud or crazy. So no Hawaiian shirts for him. That's as Hawaiian as it gets. But I thought that was really lovely, and I thought it was really him. So I brought that home.
Mr. Zog's Sex Wax?
It does not say Mr. Zog's Sex Wax. Are we rooting for the Astros? I didn't even know the Astros were in the World Series.
I could care less.
So,
frankly.
Hi, Brenda. Thank you. Thank you, Jocelyn. How are you? We had a really good time I had a really good time in Hawaii.
Some of us didn't make the cut, as I said in a few comments. But, I understand my worth.
Well,
Cat sitter extraordinaire.
You had to stay here and keep everything going. And by all accounts, oh, Lord, you did a lovely job, dear. A lovely job.
Well, thanks to the book Beauties.
You spotted him.
You guys were awesome, and you helped me tremendously.
Yes.
My agenda is my agenda, but boy, without the commentary, we'd be boring.
So a couple of you have commented that you like my shirt. Thank you. This is actually pajamas, but I'm super comfortable, and I thought it was festive. So I like me some flowers.
She likes comfy.
I do.
And she natural, right? You work at home all day.
I do.
You want comfy but colorful.
Yes.
And that makes perfect sense.
Yes. So
thank you, Dan.
Like so much to talk about. First of all, you guys, thank you for being here with my lovely husband for the last 2 weeks. I got to watch a little bit, but the Wi-Fi was a little spotty. We were kind of in and out of a network.
So let everybody know where you were. Not everybody knows.
Okay, so if you did not know, I was in Hawaii with my mom for the last couple of weeks. We left... let's see. I left really early Thursday morning after the last Wine Wednesday. It suits you. I like it. I like it a lot.
It looks like an amoeba on my head that has to be removed.
Does look a little bit maybe easier to see against the darkness of my hair than.
Well, I'm very dark anyway.
You are. That it's your hair does not match your heart. Oh, that's perfect. That's right.
What's up, girls?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so
and apparently, can we just get the elephant out of the room
what
really quickly,
elephant is
Shayla
that?
Black?
And I have to stop.
Shayla cannot spell my name correctly. She called me Will.
He told me
no,
to.
I didn't. Facts not in evidence, Shayla Black. Facts not in evidence.
He did.
I'm just saying.
He did.
Who got an A in business?
Melissa.
Who got an A in business law? I think that would be me.
Me.
I think I got a higher grade.
No.
Mine was tougher.
No.
Because he read out of the book.
Not
and
true.
You really had to hide. He couldn't read out a highlighter, you know?
Oh my gosh. So I left a week ago, Thursday, early in the morning. It took me all day to pack, you guys. He was doing Wine Wednesday, and I already had one foot out the door. It was just a whole thing. So
she was headed to Hawaii with her mom.
Yeah. So I left Thursday morning. No, I left Wednesday morning. Yes, that's right. I did leave Wednesday morning. And then I was in Arizona with my mom that night. We got up early the next morning and flew to Honolulu, spent a couple of days. And then we got on a cruise ship that goes around all of the islands. It was a trip that my mom and dad had wanted to take together, and it got rescheduled 5 times due to the pandemic. And so finally it happened. And unfortunately,
we won't talk about the grenade incident.
No. And unfortunately, my dad could not be with us. So I went in his stead, and and I actually flew there on what would have been my dad's birthday. So we got to lift a glass in toast to my dad, and he would have gotten a kick out of the fact that we were all in Hawaii, doing our thing. So, it was a bittersweet day, like I said in the newsletter. And, mom and I just, went through the trip mindful of what dad would have thought or wanted or enjoyed out of certain things that we did or didn't do.
I can guarantee you one of his complaints would have been the limitation of television channels on the in-room TV.
So you guys have to understand, I go to a hotel room of any variety, and I'll include a cruise ship because that's frankly like a hotel room. It just floats. How often do I ever turn on TV in a hotel room?
Rarely.
Like almost never. I don't turn it on that much.
Unless there's football, that's about it.
Yeah, exactly. And so my mom kept turning on the TV, and there was only of course there was the cruise TV.
Is this in the hotel or in the cruise ship?
On the cruise ship.
Yeah.
Of course there's the cruise TV, what the shopping talk of the day is and what bingo last night looked like and all this business. Yeah, which I would have never given 2 shits about. And then there's a few news channels and I guess some network channels. I don't know. I tuned it out. She was frustrated with me because every time she
wanted news.
She wanted news. And every time she turned on the TV, I put in my earbuds and completely ignored whatever it is she had on. I was like, listen, don't.
You want to get away from the world.
Yeah, I don't harsh my buzz.
We don't want to bring the world with us.
No,
the world's got enough shit going on.
So I kept playing a lot of music, and honestly, I was thinking through, kind of what I'm working on right now, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And, but we did the cruise left Saturday evening, and it was honestly, I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised by a lot of things. But the thing that I took away most was I had been to Oahu and Maui before. I had never been to Kauai or the Big Island before. I fell in love, especially with the Big Island, you guys. It was so interesting, and I got to see both sides of the Big Island.
It's big.
It's big. But I had an amazing time just exploring things I'd never seen, talking to people that I would have never talked to otherwise. There was just a lot of happy people on the ship. And what struck me the most was how many people who worked on the ship were so happy to be back.
Yeah, to be back working.
So happy to be back.
Jocelyn's asking which side of the Big Island that you liked the best.
You know what, Jocelyn? It's interesting because I thought I was going to like Kona better just because everybody said, oh, there's a little more there to do and there's some shopping and more restaurants and whatever. But there was something about the kind of ruralness of Hilo that I liked. Like the town was cute and kitschy. And the farmer's market, you guys, we walked they kind of led us to the little downtown Hilo area and dropped us off at a bus stop and went, okay, come back in like
see, that's the best kind to me. Leave me alone. Let me do my own thing. Yeah.
And so they said, come back because we were going to do a little bit of a tour driving around, but they said, we'll come back in like an hour and a half or something. And we were like, okay, well, it's lunchtime. We'll go have some lunch someplace. But the first thing we saw when they dropped us off at this bus terminal was we walked across the street and there was this farmer's market. Everybody selling like avocados were this big, you guys. They were like as big as my face. It was crazy.
Volcanic soil.
And the squash were like as long as my arm. There were bananas, there were flowers. There, like, I couldn't even include, if you saw the VIP newsletter, I couldn't even include. I have hundreds of pictures and I tried to narrow it down to a few, but I loved, we even went to if you've ever walked in downtown Hilo recently, there's a little Mexican food place called Reuben's, and Mom and I went in there. We were like, okay, we have to know what Mexican food in a small little town in Hawaii is like, and it was actually really good.
And Susan knows I mentioned this last week.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Shayla's in country, basically, yes. And you can have anything you want to eat. And what does she do? She goes to her standby, and her mom had her what? Had her standby margarita.
Yeah, she did.
Okay. Yeah. Could have had a Mai Tai. Could have had something tropical.
Even on the ship, all she had were margaritas. The farmer's market was, I'm glad somebody else has seen it, Jocelyn. It was amazing. And I went up and down and just like looked. I've been to a farmer's market before. Like we have some here. They don't look like that. Like not at all. People come and, they've grown their peaches and their berries and things that we can readily grow here. But that kind of thing, lots of jerky. But that kind of thing, like the profusion of flowers and fruits and all kinds of vegetables and things that you just don't see every day. I loved everything about that. And just the sway of the palm trees and there were no big giant hotels. In fact, they said on that side of the island, there was really only 2 hotels. There used to be 3. One is getting ready to be torn down and maybe rebuilt.
Was that Blue Hawaii?
No, that was in Kauai.
Okay.
Another one of the hotels had been sold and made into like condos. It was just like so unspoiled. That's probably the best way to put it. And then we ended the day by going to, I guess it was the last Hawaiian queen's, whose name I can't even pretend to pronounce. Her Japanese like meditation garden. It was so quiet and peaceful, and just everywhere you looked, it was just empty, still, silent, except the water and the birds. It was very zen. And my mom, and he can attest to this, who does not sit still
sit still.
5 seconds. She needs ADD medicine probably. She hates to sit still. But honestly, she was like kind of still and kind of silent, and we were just taking it all in, and it was incredibly beautiful. I enjoyed Kona, don't get me wrong. It was just, I think that day the water was super crystal clear, and I appreciated that. I just feel like, thank you, Jocelyn. I knew that you would know that was it entirely. But I felt like that side of the island, at least that day, was more crowded. It was definitely hotter, and we didn't have anything planned like we did in Hilo. And so we got off. We ended up in the ABC store because it was right there, and nobody else had a damn Coke. Everybody else was selling Pepsi, and y'all know how I feel about that. And then we walked around a little bit. We found a mall. There was nothing in the mall. And at that point, it was just like we were overheated and done. Yes, Kathy, I absolutely did. What is one of the first gifts I brought home?
Shayla Black brought me back some Kona, real 100% Kona coffee.
I did, from Kona.
I'm going to wait to open it until my sister and my mom and all the kids come in for Thanksgiving. So we can all enjoy it, because we used to all live there together back in the
70s, 80s,
late 70s.
Yeah.
And only for a couple of years, but it'll be nice. It'll be a little taste of our adventures abroad back in then.
So it was interesting to me that they were talking on the Big Island about the fact that, especially in Hilo, I guess there's like 4 lava zones because there's still active volcanoes on the island. So our bus driver was saying that there were 4 lava zones, and that your insurance, your homeowner's insurance, was kind of based on what lava zone you live in. And if you were in the like high risk lava zone, like your insurance would be really stupid expensive.
So you're better off with a tent, basically. Yeah, geez.
And then, but like we even went not far from the little town, and there's a big King Kamehameha statue in what used to be, they said, like a few decades, maybe 50, 60 years ago, it was like a almost like a rice field, and people lived there and planted rice and, you know, produced rice and all that. And I guess there was a storm or a hurricane or something like that, and it wiped them all out. And they ended up having to move out of the valley because it flooded. And then later on, it became a park. And I took tons of pictures because, again, just beautiful, beautiful. Like you have, you know, the stream and the bridges and just tons of wildlife and greenery. And then there's the beach off to the side. And it's like, it's so unbelievably beautiful and peaceful that you almost, you know, can't take it all in. And I certainly can't even find the words to describe how being there made me feel. I wish I had more than 5 minutes.
Didn't Lori live on the Big Island? I think she did. I think that's where she lived.
Who?
Lori, cousin Lori.
No.
Yes.
Did she?
When they were in Hawaii. They lived there for several years.
I have to ask her.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're right. Okay. Yeah.
I'm always right.
Oh, gosh.
I'm always right.
But I know they've since moved, but yeah. Were able to bring anything? No. So what was interesting, Kathy asked if I was able to bring any vegetables or anything home from the farmer's market. No. Hawaii has a thing where whenever you leave the islands, I think even when you come in, they ask you about produce and what you brought in. As we were leaving, they even scan your luggage a second time, and it's purely an agricultural scan to make sure that you haven't taken anything else, which I thought was really interesting. Yeah, I think that's, I just literally stood there and took it all in for like the 10 minutes we were there. I had some people ask me to, like, I was standing there kind of doing my thing, and I had somebody from our bus come up and say, would you take a picture of us? And it was 5 Asian ladies who they were so funny. They lived in all different parts of the country, and they hadn't been together to do things together since college.
Oh my gosh.
And so they were like giggling and having the best time the whole time. So I took their picture, and then they were super, super sweet. And then I just went back to being, you know, my Zen thing. A lot of people asked me when I came home if I had fun. And I don't know if it was fun. I thought about Dad a lot. You know, there's some other things going on. I thought about that a lot. I really, though, felt like I got mental space. I feel like I came back in a different frame of mind, and like mental space is the best way to put it, I think.
Well, what was important when you left was you had finished More Than Desire You. We're going to talk about, well, you pretty much,
mostly.
you would put the end on it, basically. Well, until you get a wild hair up your ass.
Yeah, well, you know.
But you were able to relax a little bit with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it allows you into that zone a little bit easier.
So I think it did what I needed it to do and what I think you wanted it to do for me.
Yes.
Which was to just kind of like breathe, because I don't do that maybe as often as I should. Yeah, so the trip was originally for my mom and dad. It was leaving right around his birthday, and then he wasn't there to go. So my mother asked me to go, and we talked about that a couple of times. And she was like, because I know she has other friends that she could ask to go with her who would have been more than happy to go. And and she said there was really no one else that I wanted to ask on this trip but you, because I knew that you would think about dad as much as I was. And
Sure.
that was kind of how it was. Yeah. So
Cleansing breath.
I mean, it was bittersweet, but it was just beautiful in the sense that I just got to see things that I didn't even anticipate seeing. That's how pretty they were.
Yeah, you're used to.
And I'm like texting him going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my God. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll see you when you get home. Okay, I got things to do here.
So, I got asked a lot if it was something, if it was a trip that I would take again, if I enjoyed, the cruise part of it, if I enjoyed, spending a few extra days in Honolulu, like all of that. I spent not a lot, but I've been to Honolulu a few times. To me, in some ways, it's like LA with more palm trees. I think there are cooler places on Oahu I would rather spend more time. And we enjoy, the last few times we've gone, we will rent a car and drive around the whole island and stop at all the state beaches, because that's really interesting to do. I was interested to find out that you can't do that in Kauai.
Really?
You cannot. There's one like major highway that goes along, like, I guess the south and up what I think is the east coast, and then you get toward the north and it just stops.
I think I know why. It's because Mark Zuckerberg owns half of Kauai.
No, that's not true.
I call him Zuck because we get along so well.
No, it had something to do with either rain or, she said, and I don't remember.
Well, there's certain places in Hawaii on each island you can't take a rental car,
yeah,
because it'll void your stuff. So
yeah.
Anyway.
So it was 100% worthwhile. Kauai was really pretty. I wished it hadn't been as overcast as it was the day we went. We were there for a little bit the following morning, and it was beautiful and sunny and whatnot. But we had some other things going on, and we had to be back by 1 o'clock or something that day. So we just kind of hung out and let my mom rest a little bit. We were both like, we don't even know what time zone it is.
But you did get to see where Elvis filmed.
Yeah. So I guess the name.
You guys know who Elvis is?
Funny.
Some of you might not know who Elvis was, but the king of rock and roll. Okay, go ahead, Shayla.
So we drove past it, and I did get a quick picture, but it was only from the bus, so it wasn't a great picture. But I guess in the name of Blue Hawaii.
That was a movie.
Yeah, he was supposedly staying at a resort that was, I think it was called Coconut Grove or something like that. In reality, it's on the corner between the highway and another like major thoroughfare that goes, I guess, into the middle of the island. And the resort itself, they said, was, at one time just really beautiful. And then it changed hands.
Connie says Cocoa Palms.
Cocoa Palms. Thank you. I thought they said Coconut Grove, but it was so hard to hear over the intercom.
No, that's a Cuban party spot. Coconut Grove.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway.
So they said it had fallen in disrepair, and then somebody else had bought it. And then I guess when COVID hit, they had plans to redo it, but then I guess the whole thing fell apart and whatever. So now they're getting ready to demolish it. And it's kind of sad. It's a little bit of like film history, and the grounds looked, what little I could see from the road looked overgrown. So I went and looked up some YouTube footage of what the grounds, if they actually filmed there, and I think they said they did, what that would have looked like. And it was absolutely beautiful, but I guess they had like a little stream, and he sang the Hawaiian wedding song as he was supposedly getting married to some act, and they were like on a raft going down this stream, and it was really, really pretty. Yeah. And I guess it's all just overgrown now. So kind of sad, but hopefully they'll do something wonderful with it. Cause the view, even though you have the highway right there, the beach is just beyond that. And it's like water view for days, you guys.
That's awesome.
So, fingers crossed they do something really nice with it. We got to see, waterfalls and all kinds of state parks, and just, gardens, gardens, gardens. It was lovely. You climb to the bottom of the double waterfalls where they filmed Fantasy Island. Yeah, we saw it from the bridge above, and then we walked across that little crosswalk and then looked at where the river forks, and there's that hill thing. I can't remember the name of it. I do have a picture, but
Stacy, I'm going to blow your mind. Okay. Pull that back up.
Okay.
Stacy, you were under the double waterfalls of Fantasy Island. I stood on the platform for the plane and the plane's facade at the Warner Brothers Ranch in Burbank. So there you go.
Mind blowing.
Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
2 degrees or 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. There you go.
Connie says Oahu was more commercialized. Yeah, and honestly, if you get away from Honolulu, it's less so. He lived in Kailua for a while, which is on the more of the eastern side of the island, like southeastern, right?
Yeah, it was on the other side of the Poly from Honolulu. So yeah, I think
it's on the southeastern side of the island. It's a little, it's like suburban Hawaii. It's interesting.
Oahu is over. Yeah, it's over. It's the most populated.
Well, in fact, when we went to Hilo, they said, this was interesting to me. They said, obviously, Honolulu is the most populous city in Hawaii at something like 1.2 million.
Right.
And then they said Hilo was actually the second biggest city in Hawaii at 45,000 people. So the disparity, there was I didn't see a single chain restaurant. I didn't see a single chain resort. There was nothing like that.
The nice thing about Oahu is there's tons to do, right? I mean, there's tons of nightlife.
If you're one of those people who needs something to do all the time, it's a great, I can now be happy doing things like with nature in a way I don't think I could probably 20 years ago.
Right.
But now I think I could be happy. Like I find a lot of peace and value in just.
What's like that resort we stayed at? We're going down a bunny trail, but the tea area.
Yeah.
For when we got up that morning, baby was still sleeping. Just very zen.
Yeah, we've been to Pearl City as well. Yeah,
I used to hang out at the Pearl City Mall when I was a kid, waiting for my dad to get off work and drive us back over the Poly to Kailua where we live. So
you will know. You will know in Pearl City. There's a name of a pancake house, and we were there the last time we went together, and I had some of these like banana pancakes that were amazing. And it was popular because there were people everywhere trying to get into that place. So anyway, it was a really nice trip. There wasn't really anything about it that I didn't enjoy.
No. What you didn't enjoy was the 7 a.m. flight to Hawaii from Phoenix.
Oh yeah, didn't enjoy that.
I mean, you get there at 10 and you can't check into the hotel.
Well, we can, but we just had to stand in line for an hour and a half with everybody else.
That ain't happening.
I think you guys. So the one thing, I'm not going to bash on the Hilton Hawaiian Village in Waikiki. The grounds are beautiful. It's just overcrowded. We stopped a security guard and he's like, we finally asked, how many rooms do you have here now? And he was like, we have 4,800 and that's doesn't include the timeshare. And he goes, and they're building more timeshares. But there's really only one major restaurant and one major bar.
The whole first season of the new Hawaii Five-0, they filmed almost everything at the Hilton Hawaiian Village.
I know. You can see it. If you've been there, you're like, I know where that is, and I know where
Hawaiian
that is.
Eye, all that stuff. And then the Ilikai is right there.
Yeah. So,
anyway.
But some friends of my mom's who went on the trip with us were staying in the Ali Tower, which has a bar that overlooks the beach. And we were there on a Friday night. And I wished I could figure out how to share it, and I'll try to figure out. My phone is a little glitchy right now. But I got some fireworks over the beach from that bar at the balcony. It was the most amazing to just sit there and we're drinking Mai Tais. And you guys, I haven't seen a 4th of July fireworks in years. We can't really see them from where we live. And it's so hot that I'm like, no, I'm going to stay home. Yeah. I just don't care.
While I was enjoying my cauliflower rice and cold chicken. Yes, it was really good. I was glad you were having a great time, Shayla Black.
I know. Hey, you were in bed when all that was happening.
I mean, we survived while you were gone.
I know.
Baby and I we tend to thrive. We can do our things. We even did a load of laundry, a load of laundry.
I was gone 11 days.
Okay, a man needs darks done. Sorry, I go through a lot of darks.
Yeah. So,
and we didn't starve.
You did not. Well, that I never worried about you starving. I worried about you running out of underwear.
Well, that's why I had to do the darks. Oh, we just let the cat out of the bag. What I wear.
So anyway, but I'm glad to be home. It was a long trip home. I didn't think I was going to make it at one point. They were like, "Oh, mechanical failures and your flight's like, what was I like 2.5 hour delayed coming home from Arizona?" But it was fine. I got home and yay.
But yes, we are happy. Shayla Black is home.
Yes. Oh, I see happy and
quite gleeful.
What is this thing is doing its own thing. Oh, thank you, Jocelyn. Yay.
Hot damn.
So that was that.
All right. No, Susan asked one of the most important questions. How much Chinese food? Susan, I had it 2 days. One was our Chinese extravaganza that baby and I planned, and I ordered a bunch of stuff. Went and picked it up because we said we don't want to go anywhere. Brought it home and we enjoyed. Ate like kings.
Yeah.
Leftovers. Ate like kings the next day. Then it was all gone. So it was awesome. Thank you for asking. It was wonderful.
And they left none for me, which is
and
fine.
I get it again on my birthday.
Mm-hmm. And Father's Day.
I have to wait again until she leaves town.
No, so, Father's Day. You can have it for
I think
Father's
there's something rotten in Denmark, Shayla Black, when I can't have Chinese food as much as you have Mexican food.
Yeah, but you like Mexican food.
Not as much as I like Chinese food.
Well, you know what? I felt bad, Ruth. There were people on the plane as I was coming from Arizona, and they were connecting somewhere through Dallas. And because we were 2.5 hours late, I can't even tell you. It was like half the plane that was just either had already missed their connections or was about to miss them. And nobody would hurry off the plane. Nobody, like, it was just, everybody was so over it at that point. And the number of people who were just so frustrated that they had just missed their connections or were about to.
Well, weather will do. It was weather.
It was weather.
It was all weather. I'm the first to blame an airline for something, but this was weather. So.
Oh, Connie says.
Connie, I'll say this place was good. It's not the best I've ever had. It's Joy Chinese in Highland Village. And it was okay. But I think we just don't venture far out of our little area. So.
Yeah, within about 20 minutes, it's like.
Yeah, and I honestly, and you can tell, Connie, I don't get many chances to get out and try different Chinese cuisines.
Oh, he's gonna blame it. You know, you are a autonomous person who could go out and have Chinese.
What I'll do
food.
is just cook it myself.
Okay, we'll do that then. They held a gate for 4 of you, and oh wow, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
I don't know what happened to I know the people in front of me were trying to get to Orlando, and then I know there was some people next to me who were trying to get to like Nebraska or something. I sat next to this older gentleman in the lounge while we were waiting. There were 4 delayed flights. This is not a big airport. If you've ever been to the Tucson airport, it's not a big airport. And there were 4 delayed flights to either LA or Dallas or Chicago, all taking up this. There was not a seat to be had hardly. So this person got up. I sat next down to this older gentleman. We started talking for a minute. It was, by the time I got there, it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. He'd already been there since 5:30 that morning for a flight that was supposed to leave at like 6:15 to go to Chicago and then on to DC. And the last I heard was that flight wasn't leaving until 3:30.
There is nothing more miserable than waiting for a flight.
And an airport. And
even if you have an Admirals Club or you have some sort of entry
which there is none in that airport.
It's still a pain in the ass. It's
just,
and I refuse to pay for that, by the way. So, I'll just sit out there and.
Here, you have a date. Look at Nikki Ann. She's stepping up for you.
Let's go, Nick. Let's go. Oh my God, I love Chinese food. And I tend to eat my weight in Chinese food, and it's a frightening thing. In college, it was always the Chinese buffet. Me and my buddies would go.
I remember that drive-through Chinese place to go to.
Oh yeah, that's how that I didn't have a lot of money as a college student, so my meal was you go through the drive-through, and for $1.25, I think it was, I get a thing of fried rice with red sauce on it. And I would just eat the living hell out. It was a ton of food too, so I'd eat the hell out of that. But every once in a while, I had a little bit of money, and I think it was like $5 or $6 buffet. This was back in college, and it was good Chinese food too. It was awesome. I ate so much one day, I was just cramping.
Oh my
trying
gosh!
to come out of there, I was so full.
Oh my gosh!
And they won't let you get to go. I don't understand
that. It got chilly here the last couple
Janine,
of days.
It was 38 here this morning.
But like tomorrow, I think is supposed to be back in the 80s. So welcome to Texas. Yeah. It was in the 40s this morning when I got up.
Yeah, pool time is over.
49 or something. So anyway.
Has Carl got his hot tub yet?
No.
I need him to get the hot tub. I supply the pool in the summer.
I know.
I know. I need me a hot tub.
Hi, Kelly. How are you? I just talked about Hawaii. So
Kelly,
when we're done here, if you want to go back and see the bits about Hawaii, that's pretty much what I've talked about so far.
Kelly.
He has pontificated about Chinese food. So now you are
now you're caught up. Yeah. Yep. Now you're caught up.
So if you guys didn't see it this morning, I sent out a VIP newsletter, with what I think is the longest excerpt so far for More Than Desire You. I was talking to Rachel this morning about
the Rachel
about this, and I think this is one of my favorite books in the series, and I also think it might be, if it's not the sexiest, it's pretty dang close. So I'm really, really excited about that. For those of you who registered to get an ARC through the review team or the PR.
Oh, do we have to call it ARC now?
We can call it an ARC.
We don't call it. What do the kids call it now? The ARC?
Well, we've always called it an ARC. Some people know ARC. Like,
I thought it was ARK. I didn't know. Okay. Seems like we're appropriating there, but
Dad jokes.
That's all I got, Shayla. That's all I've got.
So for those of you who got the ARC either through us or through the PR company, surprise, I decided on Monday to write an epilogue that you don't have. So that's why we were kind of joking. Like, I came home and I was like, this book needs an epilogue. I have decided.
Rachel's formatting. Shannon's doing her ARC love, and where everything's ready to go. And then Shayla's like in process, and Shayla's like, "Oh, I had a wild thought.
Stop."
Now, if you told me that in bed, I would have told you cut it out and don't do it again.
I didn't.
But no, that's why you didn't say anything to me, because I would put the kibosh on that.
Yep.
But yes, now you get a a lovely
so
epilogue.
I did include an epilogue because I thought it was important, and it put like a pretty pink bow on everything that I thought needed it.
Xavian
and Corinne.
Mm-hmm. I can't pronounce her name right. I want to call her Corinne. It's
Corinne.
Okay.
It's Corinne. So if you have Rhonda, they weren't sent out yet. I think you just had to Shannon put up something the other day asking for interest in the review group. I think she added everyone, so everyone should have gotten a ping, but Facebook is Facebook. So
go into the ARC or to
the review team and tell her that you want
Kelly, I'm sorry we're freezing.
That's weird. Try YouTube, Kelly. Sometimes that works better.
I think we have to start going to YouTube full time. Well, at least we go to everything now, but geez.
So Evita, the question of the hour. Did I write in Hawaii?
Yeah, you did. You did more editing than you did writing.
I did, but I did some writing. The flight over from Arizona to Honolulu was about 6.5 hours.
Which is not bad.
No. So I had started the epilogue on that flight, and then I wasn't sure I was feeling it, and I wasn't sure it really needed it. And I was kind of on the fence. And so I put it away for a few days, and then I started writing what I'm writing now, which I will get into. And then, when I got home and I had some more time to think about it over those last few days in Hawaii, I was like, actually, I think I do want to write that epilogue. I think I knew what I wanted to say at that point.
Nancy.
Good night, Nancy.
But no, in the VIP, I think did you mention this about the excerpt that was
Yeah.
in the VIP newsletter?
I think it's the longest excerpt.
Juicy
it is.
excerpt.
And there's more coming, y'all, because thank you, Kelly.
And that book comes out
November
November 1st. But if you purchase the ebook through shaleblack.com, you get it one day early, October 31st.
You sound like an infomercial.
Which is a very special day because it is All Hallows Day.
It is All Hallows Day. So you could have some candy and a new book.
Conde. I like the Conde. And the Paul Lynn Halloween special.
Oh Lord.
Don't forget that.
Nobody wants
Required watching the Paul Lynn Halloween special.
That. As a reminder, you guys, a couple of things. If you didn't see it in the VIP newsletter, if you don't subscribe, you need to because you're missing out all the good stuff. Oh, Shannon, but wait, there's more. Yes.
But wait, there's more.
There is more. The curated boxes, you guys, thank you so much for those of you who have subscribed to the either annual or seasonal boxes next year.
Thank all of you guys.
Yes,
the orders have been flying. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my master spreadsheet and it's filled. I love it. I have to do the spreadsheets.
Yeah. It really helps me actually two ways. It helps you to make sure that you are definitely getting a box that nothing will sell out from underneath you. Like I've had that happen a couple times where people are like, oh my gosh, I waited and I didn't know. And then and then I didn't have any.
And you get it for 15% off.
Yeah, and you get it for 15% off. Also, it helps me know how much stuff to order
buy.
Because there are times I've had to cut boxes off and be like, well, I guessed that I was going to need X number of this item and this item and this item. And I ordered accordingly because I have to do that weeks in advance, especially for things that are, handmade or special made or whatever. And then, people will like summer vacay in a box. I probably could have sold another 10 or 20 of those at least. And that's just the people who came to me.
But we ran out of source material.
Yeah, I ran out of source material. So that was that. You can still, we will be able to take pre-orders on that, Dana, for a while. So, thank you guys because it helps us get organized. We can give you a discount. It does all the great things. So, we are happy about that. And then I also, because they asked me to model with the new piece of merch that we put in the newsletter, but I had not taken a shower and washed my hair for, let's see. I think the last time I washed my hair was on the ship. So it had been a hot minute and I wasn't going to subject you guys to a picture of me with my hair somewhere up here doing some like Medusa dance that nobody wants.
We all get enough of that.
Yeah, cute. So I have said piece of merchandise here. I want you to know that I think
we shared this before.
We did. It's the fleece blanket. I want you guys to know this is the first time that it's been chilly enough to cuddle up with it. And I have the last couple of nights. Late at night, baby and I have been playing our silly Lego games and I've been curled up with this blanket and it is so super toasty, you guys. And what I really love about it, I think I told you this. I'm going to find it though. Oh, Floyd's over there. No wonder he's annoyed with me.
He wants to lay in the blanket.
He does. And he's annoyed with me. So I don't know if I showed you guys this, but you can unzip this and wash. Like I have cats that will shed all over this if I let them anywhere near this blanket, by the way. So you can take this off and wash it and leave, this soft part all soft and then just wash this part if you want. That's my little, it was fun to sit down with my blanket. It's just great for cuddling with yourself on the sofa and like reading or gaming or doing whatever.
Special games underneath the blanket. Right. Is that right?
Well, yes. That's what you would like.
Yes.
But, So at any rate, it's super soft. And if you were wondering, it's like a 2-layer, thick layer blanket. This is not like
you guys got the heads up before anybody because we put it in the newsletter today.
Yes.
For the first time.
Yes. Yeah. So at any rate, let's see. Shannon, you need the blanket. It is so super warm. Or it's super cuddly.
Shannon says, or zip your husband into the blanket and boom, weighted blanket.
I love that. That's perfect. he would have to like scrunch a little bit. His legs might be a little longer than that, but it's fine. It's fine. So yeah. Oh, and don't forget, it was in the newsletter today, but there is a special discount code for newsletter subscribers for print books or ebooks at my store on
existing
site.
print books and ebooks
Right.
that are on the site, but it's exclusive for VIP newsletter subscribers. So I can't tell you the code now. You have to go check out the newsletter. If you're
That's
not
right.
subscribed, subscribe. See how that works?
See how that works? And so that's 20% off from now until Halloween Day for anything that is currently released in print or ebook. That's Shayla.
Surely.
Cute. Let's see. Should we talk about the fair?
We went to the fair, and you're going to see some posts from Shayla probably by Friday. I think on Friday we'll have we took a few pictures. But we made our yearly sojourn to the great state of Texas's state fair. Did I say that right?
Kind of.
Okay.
So here's what's funny, and I said this a couple of times. Usually, this time of the year in Dallas is sweltering. I've been to the fair when it's 100 degrees. I've been to the fair when it was like only 89 or so. I have never been to the fair when it was 64 degrees.
And it was refreshing.
It was awesome.
Crowds were low.
Yeah.
Food was plentiful, and we minded ourselves. We told each other we're going to eat when we order something decadent, we're going to share it. We're not going to get, and
well,
I stayed
one
away.
One of us did.
Hush. Yeah, I stayed away from I must have saw it. If I saw it once, I saw it 10 times. Deep fried pecan pie. And I was like,
he was dying.
I was dying.
He was like, oh my God.
But I did not buy it.
No, I'll tell you what I wanted. And they won the award that the fair gives every year for like the best new dish. And that was the deep fried lasagna balls. That sounded so amazing to me.
The seafood gumbo balls sounded good too.
I thought it was jambalaya balls.
Same thing. So no, not same thing. No, I know it's not the same thing, but there was a seafood gumbo and there was a jambalaya. There's two different ones.
Yeah.
But Shannon was right. There was a strawberry shortcake.
Yes.
That we tried to find. It was deep fried.
Yeah, couldn't find it. That and the peach cobbler balls. I would have loved that.
We shared a deep fried grilled cheese sandwich, which was really good.
It was, but I think we had one last year too.
Yeah, I know. But it's like going to chain restaurants. We like our comfort zone.
I know.
And then the second thing we shared a funnel cake.
Yeah.
Which was really good.
And
I told Shayla, I said, we just got powdered sugar. I said, put a little honey on it.
I did.
Oh my God, the honey was so good.
I forgot. We didn't even take a picture of it. I was like,
I know. We were starving. We were starving. And of course, that's the best thing to eat is good carbs, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, and then one of us, hint, hint, decides to go get some kettle corn and then proceeds to eat it over the next 24 hours.
And I don't see Gene here, but went by and to Gary's kettle corn, said hello to Gary. And it's been a year. Gary didn't remember Boxcar Bill. I don't blame him for that. But we talked for a few minutes. So Gary says hello, Gene. Gary says hello. The balls. It's all about the balls.
And Nikki says you're making me hungry. Honestly, we walked. It becomes overkill.
Oh, Shannon,
we're walking around and there's just food everywhere.
Shannon, they had deep fried peach cobbler, which I abstained, and I have no idea how
I never saw it. I would have.
They had deep fried banana pudding.
They did. I wanted that too. It sounded so good. Deep fried tres leches cake. Just saying.
I think you put it right. It's all about the balls.
It's all about the balls. And I know they do that in part because it's easier to walk around with, for instance, lasagna. You'd have to have a fork and all this. I think they put a lot of things in balls. It's just easier to walk around the fair with it because there just aren't that many places to sit, really. And the few that there are, it's just super, super crowded. It was funny because usually the midways of the fair, even in the heat, are incredibly crowded. They weren't the other day. They weren't yesterday. But when we walked into the pavilion where most of the the established restaurants that appear at the fair every year, there was not a seat to be had, and it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, the German tent was always busy, by the big stage.
Yeah.
I would love to have had some of that German.
It was, and of course, Baby and Mitchell had to have their like. We walked in the door and they were like corn dogs.
And she ate cotton candy. I despise.
I don't like cotton candy. She ate a whole bag of cotton candy. I despise it.
I thank God it's once a year.
Yeah,
but it was expensive as hell.
It is.
I dropped $80 in food.
Mm-hmm.
Plus another $24 to get in.
Yeah,
for all 4 of us.
Kathy said I would have taken my paycheck to that fair. Yeah, carbs. It was.
Kathy, they want you to buy season passes. How do you do that day 2 or 3 times?
Oh my gosh.
I can barely do it once.
We did take the train down, which is nice. You don't have to like pay for parking, and you don't have to, just the gas to get down there alone. The traffic is always hideous.
It's just a hassle.
Yeah. Shannon. Yeah.
Shannon, how much do you normally pay for a few balls? I don't know. I thought that was the going rate. Maybe California's a little higher. I don't know.
So yeah, it was a fun time, and then we went and looked at the cars, but again, you know, there was tons of
I don't even want to talk about cars
up.
right now. I don't even talk about cars. I'm pissed off.
They just didn't show up.
I am so pissed off with the car industry right now. Screw them all, and I don't want to talk about it because it's just that was not even a car show.
It wasn't.
That was a park and fly. It was a park and ride. I mean, it was just
true.
It was bullshit.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to talk about it because it's bullshit.
Okay, so Kathy, honestly, it is kind of weird, and it's not my favorite variation of cake, to be honest, because it's kind of hard and it's not my favorite variation of cake. But
this was well done.
This was well done. I have to give him credit.
It was not crunchy, but it was soft. But
it was soft in the middle.
Had a little texture on it as you were biting into it.
And lots of powdered sugar, so it's hard to go wrong with that.
Kind of like a ball.
Like a ball.
But ask Shannon, she'll know.
So what I am doing now, there's so many things I'm doing, you guys. So many things. Poor Rachel and I have probably had 2 or 3, I guess almost 3 now, like at least hour-long conversations since I've been home. And Rachel's like, stop.
Rachel typically has 3 or 4 pages of stuff to get done. She has 10 more after that conversation today. So
I'm a bad girl. Yeah. But there's a lot happening, you guys. There's really a lot happening. We have a surprise. Is it? But it's not ready yet, is it? What you worked on today before we went to the gym, like right before we went to the gym.
Oh, let me see if it's available. Oh, T-Rock's asking if we picked a color yet because we want to do painting tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, so we have to decide.
All right.
Amazon. That's right.
Yeah. So we're trying to do tons and tons and tons of things. We're definitely spending time thinking about the boxes. And I saw a couple of you asked if we were going to be allowing if you had to buy boxes via subscription or if you could buy them individually. Absolutely, you can buy them individually. You guys, the 25th anniversary box in May is going to be really special, and it's the one hardcover I'm going to do that will be forever exclusive. As I sit here, I can't imagine that we're ever going to sell. Like, this is going to be a one-time thing, and that's it. It's going to say what it is. I'm going to write stories about like publishing, before I published, what it was like trying to get published. I'm going to write stories about behind the scenes kind of stuff for different series, for different characters. I'm going to talk about a lot of things that it's going to be a compendium almost of things that were important to me on this career journey. And there are things I don't think I've really shared before. So I'm going to be super excited to put those in some really, really pretty volume for everybody in the 25th anniversary. Like, I'm so incredibly excited about it.
Ames asks, is it a tell-all? The unauthorized biography
Right.
of the myth, the legend, Shayla Black.
Yeah.
All her past loves.
It's not quite like that.
I should say
It's
trysts.
about
I should say
publishing.
trysts.
It's about publishing and books and characters.
Shayla Black, the one night stand. What
Cute.
was that?
Good night, Renee. So I'm really excited about that. The thing I am currently working on in terms of writing and not giving Rachel honeydew things to do. So I am deep already in the writing of Tempted by the Executives. I had started before I left a little bit, but I've gotten deeper into it since I got home. And
that's the Menage, right?
It is.
Tempted by the Executives, the Forbidden Confession series, you guys know. This is going to be her revisit to the Menage. She hasn't revisited Menage since.
Well, no, Unbroken series.
Unbroken, that's
yeah,
true.
I mean,
but books that are just you though.
Yeah.
Forbidden Confessions, Tempted by the Executives.
Yes.
You're going to have a little what we call hands-on.
We'll be out January. I think it's 24th. Y'all don't quote me. My brain is. But I'm excited about this, and it's shaping up already.
What days that come out, Shayla Black?
I just said I think it's January 24th.
Or something like that. Or something like that.
Good night, Tabitha.
Good night, Tab.
So super excited because like I said, I'm already like setting things up and things are starting to pay off already. I like it when characters cooperate and they're cooperating. Cute. Someone save Shayla. Yeah, exactly.
I think it's Save Me, Shannon.
I don't
we all
think
know
so.
that.
I don't think so.
Surviving Shayla. That's my biography.
Cute.
Surviving Shayla.
You know, maybe you can write a special thing for the 25th anniversary edition about what it's like to live with me.
No, I'm going to write a song.
Oh, perfect. Because that's going to work well in a book.
What I like to call a hit song.
Uh-huh.
Number 1 hit on the independent charts.
On the independent charts.
Number 24, baby, on the independent charts.
Oh my god.
I don't want to get too ahead of myself there, you know.
Cute.
Big head and all that.
Of course. Let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of really looking forward to this. It's going to be an interesting book for a lot of reasons. And then we're going next weekend to
Vegas, baby. We're going to Vegas.
Yeah,
Loving Vegas. Should be fun.
So we're looking forward to that. I know we're seeing Eve there for sure. I think I'm seeing a couple other folks there. I'm sorry you can't make it, Kelly. I'm hugging you. I'm sorry. And I think we're going. So we will be letting you guys know we're going to go have lunch at Hell's Kitchen. And we'll let you know what that is like, because if you've ever watched the show, we're always like, we need to try the beef Wellington to say that we did.
I couldn't get dinner reservations, so we're going to do lunch. So we're going to have the prefix. What do you call it? Shannon, what do you call that thing? The lunch menu that's set. The prefix. There's a French term for it. Anyway, it has the Wellington. It has the salad, the Wellington with the sides, and the sticky toffee pudding.
Okay.
But I'm also going to get the great lobster risotto with it.
I thought it was mushroom risotto.
No, it's lobster risotto.
Oh.
And seared scallops.
Yes.
So we'll come out of there full.
Yes.
But it will be worth it.
Yes.
One time
to say that we did. Just don't become an idiot sandwich. Well, if he was there, it would almost be worth it just to have him, say, you daft cow. Like, I
want him to call me. I want him to look at me and go, get out.
Donkey.
You call this an egg? I don't think so.
So we're looking forward to that. Of course, we're looking forward to seeing people. It's the first show we'll have we're doing hardbound books.
Hopefully.
Hardbound books for First Glance. Right?
I don't know.
You ordered them.
Yes, we are. They're on their way.
Yes. So we haven't even seen them yet. So we're excited.
Hopefully next week we'll show them to you.
Yeah.
During our Halloween extravaganza.
Yes. And
thank you, Shannon. The prefix
menu.
Nom nom nom.
Nom nom nom. Right. So we're looking forward to that, and I think we're just gonna have a fun time and do our Vegas thing.
And then we're gonna come home and just put our heads down until family comes and just get through the holidays.
Yep. Because I have, as you know, after Tempted by the Executives, I will be working on Wicked as Secrets.
As Secrets.
So for everyone who's asked me about Matt and Madison, yes.
I believe that's in the Wicked and Devoted series. Is
It
that right,
is.
Shayla Black?
So,
But wait, there's more.
there's more, because there's more stuff coming that I can't tell you about because secrets. Sorry.
You have to say it like this. Secrets.
But you will know, you will be among the first to know. How's that?
Yes,
and
you
if
will.
you join the VIP newsletter, if you have not, you will definitely find out quickly as well. So
Cool.
I think that catches. Can I have my flower back? I want my flower
I
back.
think I look damn good with it.
Well, now what did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did. See, I need my flower back. I I needed to be aloha to like leave everybody. Oh, so
Gotcha, Eve. Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You know what? I can bring one with me to Vegas.
Yes, we can do that.
Yes.
If you guys don't forget, if there was something that you have been eyeing from the store that is a book that's already released, and you got your VIP newsletter today, check that out. We will be fulfilling orders from now until we leave.
I gotta go restock the store.
I know you do.
So
audio news. Judith, hang on a second. Yes, give me one hot minute. I don't have a date for the confession yet because we haven't picked a narrator, and that's on me. I've just been so busy that I haven't paused to audition any narrators yet, but that is definitely on my list of things to do.
What happened?
I have to get something going here so I can see. I can give her some useful information other than I don't know.
Youthful?
Here, you needed a
These
moob.
3 Utes?
You needed a moob thing. If I can get the spreadsheet to come up. Here we go. Why
don't you share the screen with them so they can see everything we're doing?
Because it wouldn't make any sense.
Oh.
These
are the secrets of Shayla Black we're looking at right now.
Okay, so Wicked as Seduction will release in audio on. Right now, I'm being told it's December 27th, and Wicked and Forever will release in audio. I'm being told that's January 17th.
Okay, about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
So that's
not too bad.
Trees and Layla parts 1 and 2 will be out within like 3 weeks of each other. So that is all I know right now. I'm waiting to hear about the release of Tempted by the Billionaire. Jason Clark has been really, really booked up. And I know that because he's doing another project for me.
Secrets.
That I don't think is going to get recorded until like July. So I know that he's really booked up, but I think you guys will be happy with the results. So
what's Eve talking about?
I don't know. Yes, please. I don't know. No,
you have to share that one thing with me.
You know what? That's right. I don't. Ha ha ha. Oh, speaking of Eve, so you guys, real quick, she sent me the cutest. You guys, this is so cute. So it was a Halloween bundle. And when I opened the box, it was wrapped so cute. And it's a Halloween theme. It says magic spells and potions. It's really adorable.
Show them the spine. It's big.
It is big. So when I opened it up, like a bunch of flying bats came out. I don't know if you could reach one of those.
Oh my God, they were fluttering.
They were fluttering everywhere. It was just hysterical.
I was rolling video. I'm glad you didn't scream.
Yeah. Oh, I giggled. They were cute.
Fluttering.
And it plays music. It's so cute. And then there's a couple of pages with some, I think this is from Macbeth, bubble, bubble, toil and trouble kind of stuff. And it's like a little advent calendar inside with, I already took this out. to see what it was, but it's from Send a Cake. So this is like a little cake, and every day I get a little cake. So it's adorable.
That is
Thank
cute.
you.
It's really cute.
We
It
appreciate
arrived
that.
while Shayla was gone. So
Yeah.
I had to, I said, Eve and I were talking about it. I said, you know what? I'm going to roll video when she opens it. So
it was super cute.
it was
So
really cute.
I wanted to share that. It was super Halloweeny, and for a lot of you who've been with me for a while, you know that Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. So we are excited. Next week we will have the big Halloween spectacular a little bit early, and we are going to be working on a Halloween drink.
We need to use this to help decorate.
I know, but we're working on a Halloween drink, right?
Yes, we'll have a Halloween drink.
Okay, awesome. And I think that's everything, because I have all the super exciting, cool words. If you haven't pre-ordered More Than Desire You, it's some sexy stuff, y'all. I'm just saying.
Stop hitting my microphone.
But I like to hit it. I hit all your protruding things.
Not lately. Sitting here waiting.
I've been gone.
Can't miss this target, Shayla Black.
Come here and kiss your wife.
Hey, what time is it?
Come here and kiss
Where's
your wife.
the sun? I'll do it.
Come here and kiss your wife.
All right. Say goodnight, Shayla Black.
Good night, y'all. Thank you.
Appreciate you joining.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your week and have a great weekend. And we'll see you next Wednesday.
Is that all?
That's it.
Nothing more?
Not right now.
We're done?
I think. Is there something you want to add?
Are we off the camera?
No, not yet. You
No,
have
we're
to
still
actually
on.
hit the button that says end broadcast, Goofy.
Oh, that one.
That one.
Love you.
Bye.